Hi, welcome back to the Sing Confidently, Live Creatively podcast. I'm excited to get into this episode. We're talking about 5 tips to become a better singer when you don't like the sound of your voice. Oof, if you've ever struggled to listen back to yourself and like you do not like hearing yourself sing or even talk, like you don't like the sound of your voice, period. And you struggle with that, but you really want to get better as a singer. I'm going to tell you some steps that you can take. These are 5 tips that you can start to apply today to begin to help you grow and move from that place of really not liking the sound of your voice to then taking the steps that you need to take to become a better singer. So, we're going to get into that. However, I want to remind you that the year is coming to a close, which is crazy. Crazy. Okay, Christmas is almost here. Merry early Christmas. Happy early Christmas, happy holidays to all of you, and happy early New Year. It's just wild. Like, let's take a second. Wow. Crazy, right? What are you guys doing for Christmas? Let me know. I'm actually curious. Come to the free Facebook group and let me know what you're doing for Christmas. But yeah, I want to remind you before the year ends that there is no better time than literally right now to start building confidence as a singer. You don't have to wait until the year starts. You can start right now. That's why I do this podcast, is because I don't want you waiting and putting off your creative dreams and goals and the things that you love so much and you're so wanting to do them. Don't put them off till tomorrow or till next year or till next month, which is also next year. But don't put them off. I don't want you to put these dreams off, these goals off, these desires in your heart. Don't put them off. Take advantage of any opportunity that you have to start singing. And one of the ways that I want to help you to start singing with confidence is through my Sing Confidently course. The Sing Confidently course takes you through 4 simple steps where I'm literally live talking to you in these videos, helping you start to build confidence as a singer. And if you take these steps and you do what's in the chorus and you have a song that you choose in the chorus, and then by the end of it, I challenge you to actually go and perform it somewhere, put it out, put yourself out there somewhere, you will have performed a song or a piece of a song by the end of the course. Like, that's amazing. That's so amazing, especially if you used to sing when you were younger, but you haven't done it in a while, you take that course, you're actually going to start singing. Like, you're going to see by the end of the course that, oh my gosh, like, I'm not where I was when I started because I took this course and I took the steps and I started to sing. I started to put myself out there. I have begun to build confidence as a singer. That's what you're going to say by the end of the course. So I want to make sure that you grab it right now because it's $67, which is less than a lesson with me, like a private lesson with me for an hour. So you're already getting such an amazing deal for $67. You get all of those sessions as well as like vocal warm-ups and workbooks, and you also get a Q&A session with me every month as your coach, where you get to work with me and like let me know, like, okay, I need help on this section of the song. My voice is not like, I'm not hitting these notes correctly. Like, I don't sound good, like in this section, like, please help me. I will be there for you. So as soon as you get the course, you get access to the free or to the student Facebook groups just for course students, and you get to have a Q&A session with me every month. And that's all for the price of $67 right now. It's going to go up in the new year, so I want to make sure that you get it before the year ends. So go to creativelybyestelle.com/course if you want to get any more information, and also to go ahead and grab it now. You have lifetime access to the course, so even if you can't start it right now, you can start it next month, but I want to make sure that you get it at the price that it is right now. And I want to make sure that you start singing and start building confidence as a singer. Today is the day. Don't wait. Don't put it off. I'm serious. I'm serious. Take a second. Take a second. Have you been putting this off? Have you been putting off taking that time to do more of what you love and to build confidence in yourself as a singer, as a performer, right? By the end of the course, you can have actually performed, right? And so if you've been putting it off, I want you to not do that for one more second. Go to creativelybyestelle.com/course. It's also in the show notes below as always, and make sure you grab it before the price goes up. let's get you singing with confidence. Okay. And let's talk about how to become a better singer if you don't like the sound of your voice. Okay. So I'm giving you 5 tips. If you need any more information about like not liking the sound of your voice, I talked about this in episode 185. That's episode 185 of this podcast. A few episodes ago, I talked about the one thing that you actually need to do to become a better singer, and that's going to be tied into this episode. So you can go back to listen to episode 185 if you need more of that, like wanting to become a better singer. But I'm going to take you through these tips that will help you, specifically if you're struggling to like how you sound when you hear yourself sing. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do, my first tip to become a better singer, if you don't like the sound of your voice, is to start recording and listening back to your voice. Okay. I talk about this in the episode 185. Start listening to yourself sing. I know I'm ripping off the Band-Aid from tip number 1. And you're like, Estelle, I don't like to hear myself sing. I don't want to record and I don't want to listen back. I know. It's not fun. I don't even like doing it. But even if it's just a little section, just choose a short section of a song that you love, that you enjoy singing. I want you to record yourself singing it, and I want you to listen back to yourself singing it. That is my first tip, to start to do that as often as you possibly can. At any time that you start singing, maybe you're taking voice lessons, record your voice lessons and listen back. I've done this. I'm telling you, this works. This is helpful. This is beneficial. It helps you to listen to yourself, to practice listening to yourself by recording yourself and listening back. Okay, that's the first tip. The second tip is I want you that as you are listening back to your recordings or just anytime that you're singing, start to notice one at a time what you like when you are listening to yourself singing. One thing at a time. If you're recording yourself while you're performing, like you're recording yourself singing, like a video, it can be something about your presentation. It can be something about your acting and your performance of the song too. That's fine. But especially if it's just like you're just like verbally, or like you're listening to just the audio, listen to your voice. Choose one thing at a time and just start noticing, oh, I liked the way that I did that little riff there. I didn't even realize that I added that. Notice that. Listen for something else. Oh, I like that I took a nice deep breath there. I could tell that I was really supported as I held out that note. There you go. It might seem little, it might seem insignificant. You are building for yourself. You're building for yourself a different way of thinking about your voice by doing that. You're starting to notice the good things, whereas it's very natural for us to just notice the bad things, right? So I want you, which I'm not even saying that there are bad things, like there's no such thing as a bad voice, okay? There are voices that have so many beautiful aspects of them, and then aspects of them that might not be healthy, that might not give us the best sound that we want to produce. And those are things that we can improve on, right? So start noticing what you do like about your voice, okay? One thing at a time. The third tip that I have for you to become a better singer, if you really don't like the sound of your voice, and I say that because I know how that feels. I felt that way myself, okay? The third thing you want to start doing is you want to start warming up your voice. Start warming up your voice before you sing a song. Why do I say that? How is that going to help you become a better singer if you don't like the sound of your voice? Well, you might not be liking the sound of your voice because you're not really giving yourself the proper setup to then do a good job as a singer, right? So if you are a dancer, for instance, and you are like, you really want to do a great grand jeté, right? Like, which is like a leap in ballet. The type of jump, a type of leap where you are like jumping up and your legs are out in like a split in the air, and you really want to do a great grand jeté. I don't know why that came to mind, but for this example, if you're a dancer and you're wanting to do this great jump in the air, but you do not warm up your body, you're going to not like the way that it looks in the mirror, because you're going to be like, oh, my legs like aren't as high as it could be. Like, I just feel like I'm like not getting as high up. And now my body hurts, right? Why? Because you didn't warm up. You didn't prep yourself, right? You didn't prep yourself. You didn't prep your body You didn't do the split on the ground first before you then started to jump up in the air. And now you want to do a split in the air. It's not going to work. You have to practice warming up your body, and not just one time. It's going to be multiple times adding on to each other before you see improvement on your grand jeté, right? Before you see improvement on your leap, on your jump. So why do we think it's any different as singers? Our voices, when we sing, we're using our bodies. We have to warm up our voices. There's no question. There's no question. There's no doubt. It's not that you have to do it like a huge long warm up every time you sing any little song, but having sessions where you are warming up and you are intentionally preparing your voice to sing, even for a few minutes, by doing some hums, some gentle lip trills, doing some scales, you're getting your vocal cords ready. You're preparing them to sing so that when you do go to sing that song, it feels better, right? Because your vocal cords aren't just like all of a sudden you're belting out of nowhere, right? And they're like screaming, they're in pain. Okay. So please don't be in pain. If you're in pain, stop singing. Please see a specialist. Okay. This is not medical advice. Disclaimer. Okay. But instead, start to prepare yourself by doing vocal warm-ups. And I have multiple different vocal warm-up episodes on my podcast that you can go back to listen to. You can just scroll back on my podcast episodes anywhere that you listen, and you can find one vocal warm-up or two that you can follow along with and just join in with it and see how that helps you before you start singing your next song. Okay. Let me see if I can find some. So there's episode number, let's see, 172 for riffs and runs. So if you want to start singing riffs and runs, that's a warm up for you. Episode 166 is a sing along. You can sing along with the simple vocal exercise for beginners. Episode 166, and I have multiple other episodes for you if you just scroll on back. Okay, so make sure that you are doing some vocal warm-ups. Don't be out in here on your own just singing without preparing your voice. Okay, episode 148 as well. Episode 148. So scroll on back and listen to some of those. And if you come into the Sing Confidently course, I have those vocal warm-ups are in there as well, and I'll be adding more in the new year. So you'll get access to that. All right. So the fourth tip that I have for you is to start doing vocal technique exercises. This is different from a warm-up. A warm-up prepares your voice to sing. A vocal technique exercise is specifically geared towards helping you with one particular aspect of your vocal technique. So it's kind of self-explanatory. So you can do like lip trills and scales just to simply get your voice ready to sing, ready to, get your vocal cords moving, get blood flow, increase blood flow to the muscles that you use to sing, etc. And then you do vocal technique exercises, because you know that you're doing riffs in this song. So that's why you would go to that episode that I named earlier, episode 172, for an exercise for riffs and runs. That's more of like a technique exercise to help you specifically with an aspect of singing. So singing riffs, for instance. So you want to find exercises that help you with specific things, specific aspects of vocal technique. So there are mixing exercises, belting exercises to help you with the technique of mixing your middle and your head voice, mixing your chest and head voice, which is your middle voice, but it's a specific technique that is mixing. There are exercises for that. There are exercises for singing, belting out songs. So belting exercises, it's different, right? There are different technique exercises that you can do. When you are working on those exercises, then when you go to belt or when you go to mix in a song, you're going to like how you sound a little bit more because you've been doing focused exercises for those techniques. So start doing vocal technique exercises is tip number 4. And then tip number 5, these are things that I did to become a better singer when I was struggling to like the sound of my voice and my tone. The 5th thing that you can do is to start working on a simple song that you love, that you enjoy singing. And I would like for you to sing it in front of someone else, one other person that you love, and ask them for their feedback. Ask them for the things that they liked. Ask them for what they enjoyed. Sometimes we need to hear someone else reflect back to us what we cannot hear in our own voice for us to start to notice it in our own voice. So choose a simple song that you really enjoy singing, that you love singing. If you have trouble with what song to sing, come to the Sing Confidently course. I talked to you about that, and you can always ask me in a Q&A session once you purchase the course. Um, you can go ahead and sing that for someone else and ask them for positive feedback and listen to what they say that they enjoyed about your voice. And then you can start to adopt that for yourself. When I heard other people giving me that positive feedback, it wasn't because I was like, oh, I need people to like me in order for me to like myself necessarily, but it's like when you hear someone else notice something in you that you really don't notice, and you start to adopt that, like you can borrow their confidence in you. You can borrow their love for you that you are struggling to feel for yourself, and that's just like a thing in life, but also in singing, as so many things are for life and singing. They go, so many things go for both life and for singing and being creative and being an artist. So um get someone else to give you that positive feedback. If you're really having trouble giving yourself positive feedback and liking some aspect of your voice, let someone else be the one to tell you about what they like about your voice. Okay. And if you need someone else to do that for you, I would love to work with you. I would love to be that coach for you, to support you, to give you that feedback and give you that encouragement and help you to notice the things about your voice that you aren't hearing, that you aren't noticing, that are actually quite beautiful. Okay. I want you to become a better singer in 2025. I want you to become a confident singer in 2025. I want that for all of us. I want all of us to be confident creatives and performers and artists. And I want us to become better at our crafts. And we can't do that if we don't start taking steps of action. So I hope that one of these tips helps you. Come to the free Facebook group, the Performing Arts Community on Facebook. The link is in the show notes. Come over there and let me know which one of these tips you're going to use today. Which one of these tips are you going to start with? I would love to hear from you. And I would love to, support you in that and give you more advice and more encouragement as you go along. So yay, let's all become more, confident singers. Let's become better singers in 2025. I'm so excited to be there for you on this journey. Go to creativelybyestelle.com/course if you want me to really work with you and give you that feedback through this course community. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, you guys. I will talk to you later, and happy, merry early Christmas. Happy holidays, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode and to this show. I'm so in awe of you for being here and showing up for your creative gifts. That takes courage. Don't forget to join the Performing Arts Community on Facebook for support and inspiration as you continue on your journey. If this episode helped or inspired you in any way, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts and share it with someone. It means so much. Thank you again, and don't forget to keep singing, acting, dancing, performing, and living creatively. Talk to you next time.